Yep, welcome to another episode of More Photography. I am back at Nordmarka, and today it's really nice weather, and the spring has arrived. There is birds tweeting everywhere and a lot of more life in the forest. So today it's all about just getting out, enjoy the spring when it has come, and just take some pictures. In this episode it's a little change in my equipment. Previously I've had the Sony A7R4 with the 200-600, but that combination did not work out that well for me. I came home more frustrated and happy, and that's mostly because of the autofocus. I did not manage to make it work for me. The autofocus in that camera with that lens kept missing the focus on the birds and the wildlife a lot, so I came home with around maybe 10 to 30% hit rate ratio on my pictures. So it was really frustrating because it looks good on the camera, and when I get home on a computer I can see that the focus has missed a little bit, either a little bit in front or back, or totally missed it. So it's a lot of soft images, a lot of missed images, and really unusable images. And I've tried a lot. I went to Sony and asked them for some help or advice. A lot of back and forth emails, took over 2 months with just back and forth, so we came nowhere, and I didn't want to take in the camera to check it for me. So overall I contacted my camera store, where I bought the camera, and asked if they could help me out. So they offered me to change it in for the Sony A9 Mark II, and I was like thinking, maybe that sounds like a good idea. Maybe it's really good autofocus, so it would solve all those problems most likely. But then I'm going down in megapixel, so I don't have this kind of crop in effect that I normally like to have in my photography. So I asked if there's any other solutions, if I could change systems maybe. So I traded in my Sony A7R4, the 200-600 and the 100-400 for the Canon R5 with the 100-500. And I must say, I'm quite impressed. I am quite impressed. This is really light system. When you pack it down, it has this kind of extendable zoom, which is okay. It's really nice for packing, so it's really small, way much smaller than the other one. It's much lighter. I'm guessing at least a kilo lighter in total. And it has an amazing stabilization. It's like almost like using the Olympus system almost, with those two combined. So I cannot see the difference between the Olympus stabilization and this one for now. I haven't done that much testing, but I have the same kind of feeling when I use this one, so I'm quite impressed with this one. And then I am also using the animal focus for birds, and it hits a lot. I get it just finds the bird, hits the eye, and it happens really fast if you have no disturbance between you and the bird. And that's all from tiny birds to big birds, so I'm quite impressed with this one. So I come home, so I've tested this is the 4th time I'm out with it, testing it, and I've come home with the hit ratio of 80-90%, and that is what I like. That's what I had with the Sony A7R3, so I'm really sad for selling that one. But yeah, I didn't want to go back to that one. I wanted to maybe get a much more heavier camera, bigger camera, not bigger but better camera, with more continuous autofocus, more higher burst mode, and so on. So I'm quite happy. It has 45 megapixels, which means I can crop in, and I've been a little bit spoiled with crop in, so I'm getting a little bit used to it. So it's nice to have. And yeah, overall I'm happy. Good camera, and I think that's my new camera system for now, especially for wildlife. Definitely for wildlife. Let's see, I'm still having the Sony A7 see for the video and vlogging, so that's gonna stay in my pocket or in my bag, so that's good. Otherwise, yeah, I'm really happy with the system and I will continue shooting with it. So the plan today is actually just bird photography. I already spotted a squirrel on the way into this forest area here, so I'm in between the forest a little bit now because it's really windy, so I'm hiding a little bit away from the wind so it doesn't get picked up too much on the microphone. So that's why I'm in this forest right now, going back and forth. So yeah, but I did spot a squirrel. I took a video and some pictures. I think that's kind of nice start. Otherwise, I have a plan to do some tiny birds photography, because there's tiny birds everywhere now, especially on the placed feeders around here in the forest. And I also know there's a location over here that has spotted snakes. This kind of Norwegian snake, hoggorm. I'm not sure what that's called in English, but I'll probably leave the name of the snake on the picture if I get a decent picture. So let's see, I'll stop by there. I'm not gonna say where, but it's around here somewhere. And they are coming out to warm themselves in the sun. And yeah, that's a good sign for the spring has arrived. So yeah, I have some plans today, and I hope you stay tuned and enjoy the episode. Alright, see you later. Alright, I just found this lovely resting place right now, and I spotted this kind of broken branch out there in the snow, so I put some seeds and food there for the small birds, and I have this kind of, there's this kind of branch on the branch again that sticks up a little bit, and if a bird lands there I get this really creamy, beautiful bouquet-ish background. So that is my goal right now, so I'm just sitting here hoping for the bird to land, and then I will shoot off some pictures. On this camera I'm actually using the back button focus. I've never used that before. I always use the shutter release as focusing, but right now I'm trying out the back button focus and then just having the shutter button as trigger for the pictures. And it kind of works really good. It doesn't take long until you kind of get the feeling of it. So I'm quite happy with that. So I think I'll just continue doing that. So I have this really beautiful here, and I'm just hoping for one of the birds to land there. Yeah, so let's hope. It's a waiting game now. So when I put out the food and just waited a little bit, there was a lot of birds, tiny birds that came right now. So I got another picture of the crested tit, which is a really beautiful bird, and I got it in between the branches here as well. There's like this little forest area right here. So it created this really nice green bouquet color because of there was some branches in front and behind it. So it looks really good in the camera. So this is amazing, I must say. And I also got a picture of a new bird that I have not gotten on camera before. It's called granmeis in Norwegian. I'm not quite sure what it's called in English, so I'll just leave the English name on the picture. But that one too is really good, I think. And on the camera it looks really good when I zoom in. So quite happy with that. Really good to take get a picture of a bird that you haven't gotten before. So that's quite exciting. Alright, I've been here for a while now, so I think I'll head on. And yeah, I'm gonna see next part is gonna be the snake. So hopefully I get a picture of that one as well, and I'll share it to you. I'm not gonna say where it is. I'm just gonna keep it because it needs to rest and needs to be in the sun and get the warmth. So you shouldn't disturb it too much. But luckily with the tele zoom, I don't need to go that close. I can stand like 3-4 meters away, so I won't disturb it too much. So yeah, hopefully I get a picture of that one, and I'll share it with you. And yeah, I'll just head on, I think. Alright, hope you enjoy the pictures. Alright, I think I reached the end of the episode. I'm quite happy. I managed to capture some really nice pictures today. So I got the pictures of the squirrel, some tiny birds, even a new bird called granmeis. And I also managed to capture a picture of the snake and a video as well. The place where the snakes was is not quite ideal for vlogging, so I just took the pictures and video and then just moved on. It's next to this road and there's people and cars coming past, so I didn't quite want to vlog there. So yeah, I'll just show you the pictures in the video, and I hope you like it. Otherwise, I'm quite happy. I did not quite plan today. My only agenda was to see if I could get the picture of the snake, since I heard about it from some fellow photographers. So that was quite the only plan. But yeah, Nordmarka just keeps giving, so I'm quite happy to be out here and also get home with some really nice pictures, I hope. So overall, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.